Control F5. Error. And all of you be careful with this. If errors are there, it will show you this message. There were build errors. Would you like to continue and run the last successful build? What is that? Array, currently code has errors. So do you want to run the last build? Last build means program class. Last build means program class. Do you want to run the program class? It is asking. Do you want to run the program class? No, no. So most of the people will make this mistake. So that's I'm warning you. Be careful. When you get this message, don't select this checkbox. Do not show the dialogue again. Don't do this. And click on the yes button. Don't do this mistake at all. If you do this mistake, next time onwards, what will happen, when errors are there, it won't show the error messages to you, and it will start showing you previous classes outputs to you. You crack your head to understand what is happening. No error messages, and not going to stop the execution. All the outputs will come. Are you clear? So what should I click now? No button. I should click on the no button. You have a doubt. What are the problems, sir? What is the problem? I'll tell you what is the problem. But in the bottom, it opens a window. What is that? Showing you all the errors in the bottom, guys. Are you clear? Showing you all the errors in the bottom, it will show you, open the window. This window also, once they come out, it will auto hide in the bottom. Some windows in the right side, some windows in the bottom, some windows in the left side. You'll have so many windows hiding in different places, basically. So whatever windows are required, they will open up and automatically. Okay. So what is the error, sir? What is the problem? The problem is, basically when you're writing code in a project, okay, what happens, Studio will compile the whole project at a time. In a developer command prompt, when you write the code, you are compiling each class individually. But here, Studio will not compile each class individually. What will Studio do? Studio will basically compile the whole project. And now Studio recognized 2 entry points in the project. What 2 entry points? Every main method is an entry point, yeah. Every main method is an entry point. So how many entry points are there now? 2 entry points are there. 2 main methods are there. 2 entry points are there. That is the error what you are getting. Multiple entry points recognized in the project. Are you guys clear what I said here? Multiple entry points recognized in the project. So when multiple entry points are recognized in the project, how does Studio know which one to run? You know what you want to run second. But how does Studio know here? Studio has 2 classes. So what to run? It doesn't know. So that's why it will give you an error telling you multiple entry points recognized. Are you clear or not? So how to fix this error? To fix this error, we need to do one thing. What is it? We need to tell to the Studio. What class you wanted to run. Do you understand me or not? You are required to tell to the Studio what class you wanted to run. How can I tell that? Watch it. Again, go to Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. You'll find an option. What is it? Edit project file. Click on it. When you click on that, guys, it will show you some code here in XML format. Like output. What type of output? .exe file will be generated. Which version are you using? 6.0. Implicit usings, I'll explain you this one. Implicit usings and nullable, I'll explain you. In the next classes, I'll explain you what is this. I'll just talk about this in the next classes. So just ignore them. Now, you'll find this tag here. What is the property group? In the property group, you have 4 sub elements there, child elements there. What is the root element? Root element is project. What's that? Yeah, root element is project. Under the project, we have a child called property group. Under the property group, we have 4 childs. What are 4 childs? Output type, target framework, implicit using, nullable. You are required to add 1 more child for a property group. Be careful, where you write is very, very important. You cannot write wherever you want. You are going to write it inside the property group only. Inside the property group. What to write? There is an option called startup object. Again, here also, don't type on your own. Use IntelliSense support. Is it clear? Because the tags are in Pascal case. If you don't follow the case, it won't recognize. Cases are very, very important. So that's why I'm telling you, use IntelliSense. Select it. If you create the starting element, it will write you ending element automatically. And if you write starting, it will write ending element. And now here, specify the class you wanted to run. Which class you want to run? Programmer second. Which class you want to run? Programmer second. Second. And I'm writing here second. Run. Error. What is error now? What is error now is, actually guys, already I explained this to you. Your name doesn't have a value without your surname. Yes or not? We already talked on this concept earlier, remember? Our name doesn't have a value without our surname. Here also, the name doesn't have a value without a namespace prefix. That is missing there. That's why you got the error. What's the namespace? First project. Tomorrow onwards, you don't require to change the namespace name. Just say the class name there, enough. Namespace is same only for all. So what you require to change is only class name. Okay? Run. Executing C. Are you clear? Second class in the project. One more time I am showing the process. Concentrate all of you. Open the Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Add new item. Add new item. Opens the window. Select class. Either give a name of your choice or leave the existing name. What is the existing name? Class 1. I am leaving the name. See now, it has defined a class with the name called class 1. By default, we have 5 inputs, and what did I say? They require for us in the future. Today, not important. So what did I say? Either leave them or delete them. I'm deleting. Now come here. Static void main. Control dot right line. Third class in the project. Third class in the project. Okay? Now, what's the next step? If you run this now, second class will run, not third class. Why? Because you specified. Now come here, change the class name. What is the class name? Class 1. Now run. Is everything clear? First step, add a class. Second step, write all your code in the class. Third step, go to project file. Go to project file and specify the name of the class you wanted to run. Next, run the code. Okay, guys, how many classes you added till now? 3. Program. Second, class 1. Okay now? All of them you will find up on the top. We call this as a document window, and on the top of the document window, all the files will be listed for you. You can toggle between them. See, if you click on program.cs, takes to program.cs. Second.cs. Okay, class 1.cs. What is this? Project file. Everything will be present here now. Project file extension is extension CSPROJ, C# project. The CSPROJ guys, C# project, that is the project file. That is the project file. So new elements when you add, old one will be going to right. New elements you add, old one will be going to right. So after some time, we have some 10 classes added. You cannot see program.cs now. Are you getting me what I'm telling you? And when a new file adds, this will go to right now. So when the space is not enough, it will remove it now. So tomorrow this project file also, after some time, project file also will not be visible to me. It will go to hide now. Yes or not? To avoid that, guys, all of you, concentrate. To avoid this, click on this pin. Click on this pin. Toggle pin status. Click on this. When you click on that, that will move to first. And that will be present there only. Remaining files will be adding the next to it. See now if I add a new class, it will add between class 1 and project file. That will always be in the first place only. That won't move at all. That won't move at say pin it here. You have the paper, pin the paper to the wall. No, it will be there only. Got it, huh? So that's what you can just do, so that the project file will not be going out. Okay, the project file will not be going out. Zoomed out, na? Zoomed out and shown you. See, is the project file. And these are the other things what we added. Program.cs, by default came. Second.cs, class1.cs, and this is project file. Any doubts, anyone? I given the complete things with screenshots, guys. Only thing is, you'll find 2019 code, but you just write it according to 2022. For 2022, first program only problem. From second program onwards, same process continues. First thing only, no code is there. Blank things will come. You just remove it and write out the code. Okay? And one more thing. Control F5. I need to run the code by using what? Control F5. And again it is showing a message. What message? Press any key to continue. Press any key to continue. How to open CSPROJ file? I showed you na. Open the Solution Explorer. Right click on the project. Select edit project file. Open the Solution Explorer. Right click on the project and select the option edit project file. That will open you the project file. Any questions? Are you clear, Manish? Yeah. So just how am I running the code, guys? Control F5. Control F5. So Control F5 is running the code. Without using Control F5, you can also run the code by hitting the project name which is present on the toolbar. Watch it, all of you. This is your menu bar. These are your toolbars. You know menu bars, toolbars, you know this now. Window and what do you have? Here you have your project name, see? And a play button. You click on that, also code will run. You click on that, also code will run. Observe it carefully. All of you observe it. If I click on this, what happened? Again, notice it. It's opening the command prompt and closing up. Did you notice it? Arey, concentrate here. Actually, what is happening, is opening the command prompt, displaying the output. But before I see the output, it's closing up now. To stop that particular thing, what is the difference between F5 and Control F5 is when I use Control F5, it won't close. But if you click on this, it is also called F5. Not only this, straight away without Control F5, straight away if I click F5, same thing will happen. Arey, it is also called F5. Okay, na? But F5 will not hold the screen. F5 will immediately close off the screen. F5 will immediately close off the screen. The screen will be closed off immediately. Before I see the output only, it will close off the screen actually. So this is a problem what we have with F5. Okay? To overcome this problem, guys, in your code, in the last line of the program, add this. What? Console.readline. Do you remember we done this in C language also? Get ch here. In the last line of the program we write get ch. And that get ch is for keeping holding the screen without closing. Okay? Now hit F5. No need of Control F5. Hit F5. Did you see the output? Now you won't see that message now. What message? Press any key to continue. That message won't come. Only output will come. Then how to close it, sir? Enter key. Enter key, yeah. Just hit enter key, it will close up. Okay? Now you can click on this also and run. 3 ways to run I shown you. 1. Control F5. Now, F5. 3. Click on the first project name. The project name which is shown for you on the toolbar. Or any of the 3 options will run you the code. All the 3 will run you the code for you. Okay? So this is the process to work with the Visual Studio. So from now onwards, I will be writing the code completely in the Visual Studio only. So all of you, what you will do is, you do is just create your projects on the studio. Okay. 2019, 2022, one and only one difference you'll notice. In 2019, the .NET version will be 5.2. In 2022, the .NET version will be 6.2. Second thing, in 2019, C# version is 9.2. In 2022, C# version is 10. C# 10. So 10 features will not work in 2019. If you want to use the latest features of C# 10, you need to have 2022 only. Okay? If you use 2022, in C# 10 we added one feature, and because of that feature, without a class also, you can write up the code. Simply one line on the top, it will execute the code for you. This is one feature that was added in. Yeah, read line is to read the input. Correct only. To read the input, screen has to wait now. I am using that read line and making the screen to wait without closing. Okay? Reading is not mandatory now. It is not mandatory. I did not capture the value. I just used this particular statement here so that it waits for the input. And when you hit the enter key, it will close off. Just a second. Here, I listed you all the features. All the features to you, I listed you in the document. This is the feature, guys. Enhanced line pragma. Means no need to write any class code. Simply you write that statement, it executes to you. You write that statement, what is it, console, not right line, whatever it is, one line of code, it executes to you. That is the feature what was added in 10.2. If you're working on 9.2, it works at 2022. That's it. To be clear, here I just listed you the things to you. Here I mentioned you guys. If you're working 6, means C# 10. If you're working on 5, means C# 9. Are you clear? And that is based on the studio. That is based on the studio. If you want to work with the 6, which studio you require? 22. If you want to work with the 5, which studio you require? 2019. Version difference is that only now. Studio 19, .NET is 5, C# is 9. Studio 2022, .NET is 6, C# is 10. C# version is 10. Okay? One more thing guys. One more thing I just wanted to explain. What it is. How many classes we have? 3 classes now. In all these three, we are importing using system now. In all the 3, we are just using system. In second class, I am removing it. In third class, also I am removing it. I'm removing it. Guys, I'm just going to remove it in all these particular places. Second class, third class, in all the places I removed it. Okay? But even though it removed, it worked. Even though you remove, it worked. How this is working? This is also a new feature in 10.2. This is also a new feature in 10.2. What is that? Global using directives. Global using directives. So basically, for system you don't require to do, basically in one file, in any one file, if you write global that works in the whole project, no need to write again and again. Did you catch my point or not? But without writing also it works, sir. It works only for system, not for others. It works only for system, not for others. For others it won't work. For others you require to compulsory write global in one file. But for system, it works. The flexibility is only for system. Tomorrow, you have 10 classes. In the 10 classes, you want to consume the same namespace. No need to write in all the 10 here. You write in any one file as a global, and that will apply for all the 10 classes in the project. That is the speciality in C# 10. What do you call? Global using directives. Is it clear? Going forward, when the time comes to you, I'll talk about every feature. First only all the 10 features tell me something, you won't understand now. So, step by step, I'll teach you about each and every of the appropriate feature. So when you just use the word global, the name itself is telling you what is the meaning of it. That's a global. So it can be applied to the whole project. That can be applied to the whole project at a time. No need to write again and again in each and every of the 5. Okay? So 2 features I shown you right now. What are the 2? Loud, open the mouth. First one, global using directives. Second one is enhanced line pragma, hashed line pragma. Enhanced hashed line pragma. Okay, these are the 2 things what we are. Remaining also, I'll show you when the situation comes, I'll talk about every new feature that was available to you in the appropriate versions of the .NET what we just have. Okay, so from now onwards, no need of importing system. From now onwards, no need of importing system because system is a global import. System is a global import. Okay, one thing I'll show you. I will open you a project in 2019. I'll open a project in 2019. Watch. This is 2019. Project. All will be same here. Okay, next. I'm not using it, so that's why it is taking time to load. If you're frequently using it, will load up fastly, but for many days, it's not being used. Last 1 month, I'm using 2022, that's why it is taking time. But you find all the things same only. But when you add a class, first time it won't come with, it will give you the complete code to you. I said, namespace name, class name, all will come. Let it open. Meanwhile, so guys, I just given you the complete process to you along with the screenshots. First screen, create a new project. Second screen, choose your project template. So first language, second platform, third project type. C#. In the second one, select Windows. In the third one, select console. And automatically it will filter you and show you 2 templates. One is the latest, second one is the older. How do you recognize the old? In the brackets it will show you .NET Framework, all of you. Don't select that. Okay? What next? Project name and location where you want to save. You'll find solution name there, ignore it, I said you. Okay? Next, it will ask you for the target framework. Target framework. Because mine is the old one, the target framework is 5.2. The target framework is 5.2. For you, what is the target framework is going to be 6.2. Pragma is an instruction to the compiler. That's it. Pragma is an instruction to the compiler. Okay. So how to run the code? You see, first option. Control F5. Okay. Second, you can also run by clicking on F5. Or you can hit that button, what is that? First project button you will see, hit that, you will see that. Loaded guys, yeah, again, same story. C#, select Windows, and yeah, select what? Console. Again, filter applied. Don't select the second one, select the first one. Click next. Give a name and all, you do it. I'll name it as second project, location, our own folder again. What's the folder? 8. C# 8. Click next. 5.2. Any other list won't show 6 at all. The list won't show 6 at all. It's only 5.2. Click create. It has written all the code to you. Using system, everything it has written. I'm commenting using system. Yeah, I'm just commenting that using system now. Trying to execute my code. Compiling here, it's compiling. Error. Why error? Because you commented system. But when I removed that also, that worked in the latest. When I removed also, it worked in the latest. But here, it's giving an error at console C. I'll show you the errors directly in the studio. Red lines, that's an error. Okay now? So system is mandatory now? Yes. In .C#9 it's mandatory. In C#10 it is optional. Even if I don't have also, it works too. Is it clearer all of you? Okay, so this is how you work with the Visual Studio. So do one thing guys, all of you, open your studio, start practicing it, create a project and check all the things what I shown you, adding up new classes, setting the startup objects and all the things. Okay, so tomorrow I'll start with object-oriented programming. Tomorrow I'll start with the object-oriented programming. So today we focused on project creation. So tomorrow we'll just start with object-oriented programming. Okay, let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow.